Hi, George Aslan is here, and I want to talk about a course that I just did, a course which is called the Brand Intervention. It is based on a book written by David Brier. He's actually a branding genius and a very good friend. I attended his course and I wanted to share a few things about the subject of branding and a little bit about the course. You know, in the old years, people thought, or people knew that if they were good and skillful in their job, that would be enough. If you were doing shoes, if you were making shoes, and you knew how to make good shoes, that would be enough. Later, advertising came into play. Then it was not enough just to make good shoes. It was helping, and it was actually helping, it was boosting your performance by advertising the fact that you make good shoes, to have a good window, to be in a high street, or to put an advertisement in one of the advertising channels of the different seasons, no matter if it was the TV or the radio or whatever was in that period. In our days, neither of these things is enough. In other words, it's not enough to make good shoes or whatever you're doing. It's not enough to be skillful in what you're doing. It's not enough to have a good product or service. It's not even enough to advertise in order to succeed. Why? There are many people out there who actually go out and advertise what they do. And that creates an incredible amount of noise. It creates a deafening noise to the degree that when you go out and say, hey, I'm also here, I also have a good product, I actually have a very good product and I'm very good in what I'm doing, there is so much noise that the audience, the buyers, don't even hear your voice. That puts skillful people with good products and good skills into danger. Because they go out, they say, I'm very good, they actually say, I'm better than the guy out there, but you know what? Everyone else says the same. I'm better, and I have the best product, and my product is better than yours, and my product is better than yours, and there is the battle of better. This is not leading anywhere. It actually leads you into a rat race whereby you spend money to advertise with not the expected result. It gets you into another trap too. When better is not enough, then you try to become cheaper, because that's the only method you have to fight in order to earn the buyer. Since everybody else is better and there is so much noise about who is the best and who has the better and who is the better, then the option becomes, let's fight with the aspect of cheaper, since there is the economic problem and many people look at the cheap as well, not having another way to decide. The problem that is created is that many good professionals otherwise fail and become invisible, and actually they cannot be heard by the audience because of all this noise. And this is where branding comes in. What is branding? Well, the word, in simple words, is you build a brand. There are many brands, small brands, big brands. Every small shop is a little brand or a no brand. But building the brand is not what some people think. Some people think that branding is to create a good differentiation, that's enough. In doing the logo, for example, or getting a catching slogan, or putting the packaging to be a little bit different. Well, this is far from the truth. Yes, this is also part of it, but branding has depth. It's a subject where you need to understand all the dimension of it in order to do it correctly. It's not just a trick to cheat a buyer to buy your product tomorrow. Well, if he buys it tomorrow and he doesn't find what you promised in your packaging or in your slogan, forget it. You can say, well, you know, but I have a good product to support what I say. Well, even that is not enough. Branding is not for me, that I have the company. Branding is to create a love for my brand out there. It needs to become their brand, my audience brand. It's not my brand, it needs to become their brand. Look at some big brands and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Is my smartphone, is my car, is the brand that I love. I don't change it for anything. And this is what we try to do in branding. And when it is done correctly, it takes a lot of work, but when it is done correctly, it accomplishes just that. And that's why I'm glad I attended this master in the brand intervention masterclass, because it gave me the tools to do that. When you do branding correctly, you actually build trust. It is not, I say again, just a good design. Yes, the design is part of it. You need to put some things next to design, and they need to all harmoniously align with what you do, how you do it, how you think about it, how you talk about it, and how you actually think about the future, about your company. It takes different aspects, and it takes a lot of homework to build your brand. Once again, my big love is helping leaders with good purpose, with a good project, to succeed by partnering with them, investing in their project or business, and creating a real team with them, with able and stable team members and trustworthy team members, and expanding them and having the skills of branding. I had a lot of experience on marketing as a whole, and this is what I studied from many different ways and from different schools, but branding today gives a different dimension. So I'm glad I have that in my arsenal to be able to help more leaders to accomplish that. That's about branding. It's a subject I suggest you delve in and study a bit about. If you need some help, contact me, but it is what makes the difference between being a professional and having a good product and just advertising it, and being a professional with good product and actually having a brand that will make your advertising effective and to be productive. Okay, that's all for branding. See you in another video.